guys can see, this is not just a typical trophy you could win like at your soccer Sunday league. This is a trophy that you have to put blood, sweat, and tears in because most of your national team is looking up upon it, and for some reason the whole world is after it. Today I want to briefly inform you about the FIFA Soccer World Cup. Over the years I've been keeping up with this because I'm very passionate about soccer, and it really interests me. And I'm sure most of us heard the big fuss that was going around in last summer where there were soccer matches held in Brazil, 2014. And for those of you who didn't really hear about the big fuss, just pay attention, don't talk about it. So today I will discuss the beginning of the World Cup, the statistics about people attending, and the trophy itself. The first thing I'd like to inform you is the beginning of the World Cup. And the World Cup has been around for many years now. It's held every 4 years, so there's a long period of time to wait. The first, according to the article, A Brief History of the World Cup, it states that the first ever World Cup was held in Uruguay in 1930, and the host went in and actually won it, so Uruguay took that one. And it's pretty much a tough tournament to win, only 7 sides have triumphed, and 18 World Cups have been taking place since today's date. Fans take this like really serious because it's a big deal to them. It's their whole national, it's pretty much a big deal. There's a certain situation in the World Cup that caught my attention because it was Brazil's house and they were doing really good, and they played Uruguay. And everyone was ready. Everyone was ready for Brazil to take it, and they were so confident that they actually made gold medals. They made like a winning anthem and everything because it was their house, they had to win. So it turns out Brazil had a shocking loss at the last second. It was a 2-1, and as a result, the whole stadium turned silent. And when that happened, even the announcers stayed silent. Everything stayed silent, and this is what caught my attention the most. Of like how seriously the fans take it. You just see, they say that tragically some fans committed suicide by jumping off the stands. So yeah, fans take it a little serious. Yeah. Now that you know a little bit about the start of the World Cup, I'm going to talk about people attending it and why is it such a big deal. The FIFA World Cup is one of the most widely viewed sporting events. An estimated 715.1 million watched the final match of 2006, where it happened in Germany. And in 2010, South Africa, they had over 204 countries broadcasting it live. There was a total of 3 million people who attended, so it was like 50,000 per match, and there were 64 matches played. That was one of the highest aggregated attendance behind USA in 1994 and Germany in 2006. And this is the USA fan this past summer. This is just their fans here, now they're over there. There was way more over there. But yeah, you can get like an idea of how big this event is. What comes with being victorious in this tournament is a trophy that is made completely out of gold. Many people praise it because it's a big achievement in their life. You have to wait 4 years and you have to try out for the team that you're trying to, for your national team. And according to the official side of FIFA, the World Cup trophy is 14 inches high, 13 pounds heavy, and made of 18 karat gold. The base component layers of malachite, while the bottom side of the trophy bears the engraved year and name of the finale winners. The World Cup has become one of the most sought out after the most recognized sports prize in the world. Not only do the players want this trophy, it's actually the fans too, because in 1983 the trophy was stolen in Brazil, Rio, and they never found it again, so they ended up making another one for the next World Cup in Russia, 2018, but now it's under very heavy protection. So yeah, Today I briefly informed you about the FIFA World Cup, one of the biggest attractions in the world. I've been watching it since I was a kid, and I'll continue to watch it because it interests me. Thank you.
All right, Caesar, what'd you think?
I think he spoke pretty clear. Like, I thought he had too much movement with his body. There isn't much references, and some information seemed unnecessary. But I think he carried it out pretty well overall.
All right. I thought that you had a good expression of the emotions at the beginning, and you know the visual when you're showing the trophy there. I thought that it comes across that you're passionate about talking about the topic. Obviously, the topic's very clear. Your thesis statement is a little abstract, and of course, it uses the word inform, so it's not really a specific purpose statement. It's a general purpose statement, and it needs to be more focused as a consequence. I did think that the reference to the previous summer's experience does give us a little bit of justification on that. I think that you could probably build some anticipation for the next World Cup if you wanted to be a salesperson for this idea. You know, kind of make that the target. And you know, for some of us, I think we do need a little bit of salesmanship on that, because I'm perfectly happy that I don't have to hear about the World Cup again for another 44 months. But you know, the world, you know, there are a lot of people that, like you said, around the world that people anticipated for years and years and years. So let's get a little build up. You know, did you say the next one's going to be in Russia?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so in 4 years, you know, the next World Cup is going to be in Russia. And right now, you know, the defending champions are X and Y, and you know, that kind of thing. But who knows what's going to happen in 4 years? Players that are, you know, so important and hot right now could be dead in 4 years. You know, I don't know. You know, something to kind of give it some energy and kind of direction where you're headed with this, as opposed to just a review of things that have happened. I did like the historical information that we've only had 18 World Cups. I swear I've seen 18 World Cups. You know, it feels like that, but that's because I'm not a fan. But I like that, and there was a little bit of confusion there at the end, because it made it sound like the trophy got stolen 30 years ago, and now it's only now just being replaced for the Russian World Cup. That's not. I know that that's not what's happened, but that's the way it sounded like when you presented it. So you got to clarify those things. I understand what Caesar's saying. I think that you cited information, a lot of information. You didn't always tell us where it came from, and you want to be more consistent on that. I didn't know what the fan photo was. I just saw a bunch of people on a field. Was that them watching the game at a stadium that's not in Brazil? You know,
That's the USA fans here, not over there.
well, you say here. What?
Oh.
You know, is that all of the fans? Well, that makes soccer really small, because you can fit them all together in one spot. You know, I know that that's not what I'm just trying to say. You've got a picture here that they're American fans. Were they watching the game all together someplace, and this was one group of those people doing that? That's probably what you need to explain, because otherwise it makes it sound like, you know, all the fans who gave a damn about soccer in the United States, here they all are. You know, and I'm going, well, that's a lot in one spot, but you know, as a country, it sure doesn't sound like much. And I'm sure that the ratings were higher, and that lots of people are following it and are into that kind of thing. like I said, it looked to me like they were at a sports stadium watching the game together, you know, following the Americans' progress. But I couldn't tell because you don't really explain that. And there are a few places where those kinds of things happen. All right, thank you.